Greg, are you on your way? The makeup artists are almost done with Emily.
Running a bit late.
How late? Everyone's starting to arrive.
We'll make it.
Your parents are with you, right?
Yeah, picked them up earlier.
Good. Emily keeps asking about you all.
Tell her whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? She's your daughter, getting married today.
Look, about that.
About what?
We might be a bit later than expected.
How much later? The ceremony starts in 30 minutes. Greg? Where are you exactly?
At the spa resort with Mom and Dad.
What?
The spa!
What do you mean?
How dense can you be?
I know what a spa is. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking why you're there now of all times. It's Emily's wedding day. How can a father be at a spa instead of his daughter's wedding?
The father doesn't need to be at a daughter's wedding. I'm enjoying the spa with my parents, so just handle things there.
No, seriously, what's going on? You were supposed to pick up your parents and come straight to the venue. That's why I went ahead with Emily and the others. Nobody told me about this spa thing.
Oh, that. If we told you we weren't coming, you would have made a fuss, so I just said what you wanted to hear.
When did you plan this? Emily's been talking about her father-daughter dance for months.
There was never gonna be a dance.
You helped her pick the song 3 weeks ago.
Just keeping the peace, easier than listening to you complain.
I can't believe this. You never planned to come at all? Your parents too?
Obviously. We booked this spa retreat a month ago. Honestly, Sarah, you're still so naive if you thought we'd actually come.
A month ago? When you were helping with wedding preparations? When you were giving opinions on the menu?
Had to look interested. Keep up appearances.
Emily showed me the father-daughter dance practice video yesterday. You spent an hour with her.
Better than hearing her whine about it.
She was so happy you were trying.
Why would we attend a wedding we never wanted in the first place?
Never wanted? That's a horrible thing to say.
Well, it's true. Our family comes from a long line of southern plantation owners. Our estate has been passed down through the male line for generations. I reminded you of this plenty before you got pregnant. But you had Emily and then couldn't have any more kids. This is all your fault.
The venue is asking about walking Emily down the aisle. What should I tell her?
Tell her whatever you want. Not my problem.
She picked that specific song because it was playing when you took her fishing that one time. Do you remember? She was 8.
Only took her because you were sick. Don't make it into something it wasn't.
She treasured that memory all these years.
Well, that's her problem. Should have known better.
I've covered for you so many times. Told her you were busy with work when you missed her graduation. Made excuses when you skipped her college acceptance celebration.
Nobody asked you to do that.
I know you and your parents have always held that against me. But this is cruel to Emily. Today is one of the most important days of her life.
Like I care. We never wanted a daughter. She should be grateful we even let her grow up to marrying age.
In-laws are here now. They're asking about you.
Make something up. You're good at that.
How can you say that? After everything.
Everything what? Providing a house, money for college? That's more than a girl deserves.
She wanted her father here today. Not your money. Not the family name. Just her father.
Well, that's how it is. I'm gonna enjoy this spa day with my parents now.
Emily's walking down the aisle now. She looks beautiful. You should see her.
Seen one white dress, seen them all.
Her brother-in-law is walking her down the aisle. She only met him last year. But he stepped up when her own father wouldn't.
Good for him. Hope they're happy. The massages here are excellent.
They're saying their vows now. She keeps glancing at the empty seats in the front row.
Tell her to focus on her husband. That's what she's there for, isn't it?
The photographer wants to do family photos.
Just take them without us. Better that way. Less explaining to do later.
Greg, Emily's wedding is over. Emily just smiled and said she's used to you all not being there. When your own daughter has to say something like that. We failed as parents.
Oh, it's done already? That was quick. Good work. Hey, listen to this. The food at this spa resort is amazing, and the staff is super friendly. We really lucked out.
Her new mother-in-law hugged her after the ceremony. Told her she has 2 sets of parents now. Emily broke down crying.
Drama queen just like her mother.
I'm disgusted.
Mom and Dad are having a great time too. The mineral bath is fantastic.
You're all truly awful. Have you ever thought about how hard this is for Emily? It hurts. Why can't you understand? Her in-laws kept asking why you weren't here. And watching her just smile and say it's normal was heartbreaking. Don't you feel any guilt about creating this situation?
Shut up. Blame yourself, you defective woman who couldn't even have a son.
She saved you a piece of wedding cake. Even now. Even after everything.
It's your fault Emily has to go through this. If you'd done your duty as a wife...
She danced with her father-in-law. He said he'd be honored to be her second father. She cried through the whole song. Your song.
Stop with the emotional manipulation. It's pathetic.
You've always been like this, Greg. You never came to Emily's sports days, parent-teacher conferences, or even her graduation. And whenever I said anything about it, it was always my fault. Because girls have no value.
Well, if you'd had a boy, things wouldn't be like this. They say first a girl, then a boy, but without the boy, what's the point? Just a girl is useless. We're old Southern nobility, remember?
Old Southern nobility, right. You and your parents love throwing that around. If you wanted a son so badly, why didn't you divorce me? I'm just a defective woman who can only have girls, right?
Come on, divorce looks bad to the neighbors. Besides, it would have been cruel to divorce you after we got married. Call it Southern gentility.
So you think you were protecting my dignity? Well, you and your parents constantly tormented me? Well, you broke your daughter's heart again and again.
Stop exaggerating, seriously. Back in the old days, not being able to produce a son would have been a capital offense. You're the weird one for acting like everything's fine.
So if you are in my position, you'd have accepted capital punishment?
Of course. A gentleman who fails his duty after being shown mercy? Oh, yeah. This spa trip is for 2 nights and 3 days, so we'll be back the day after tomorrow. Keep the house in order until I get back. Even a failure like you can handle that much.
Emily and her husband just left for their honeymoon. She hugged me so tight. Said thank you for being both parents to her.
Whatever. The hot stone massage is next. Don't bother texting anymore. Trying to relax here.
Sarah, are you awake? Yes, Martha. What is it? It's 6:30 a.m. Good, you're up. Did you clean the house yesterday? I was at my daughter's wedding. Remember the one you skipped? Don't take that tone with me. The house should always be your priority. I spent the day watching my daughter get married without her father or grandparents present. The house wasn't exactly on my mind. This is exactly why you never fit in with our family. No sense of duty. Is there something you needed, Martha? You're off work today, right? Yes, but I'm planning to visit Emily this afternoon. She leaves for her honeymoon tomorrow. Perfect timing, then. You can help with the garden. Your garden? That's a 2-hour drive away. The weather forecast says heavy rain this afternoon. Move the plants from our garden inside, all the portable ones, and cover the roses. Martha, your house is a 2-hour drive from here. I'm going to Emily's later. I can't spend 4 hours round trip right now. What's the problem? You have all morning free. I have things to do here. And I promised Emily I'd visit. Emily this, Emily that. She's married now, isn't she? Time to let go. Leave now? How can you ask this after skipping your own granddaughter's wedding? I'm still angry about that, you know. Your anger doesn't matter. What's the point of attending a girl's wedding anyway? Dealing with trivial things like weddings is what a daughter-in-law is for. You've never seen her as family, have you? Not once in 23 years. She's female. The Morgan line needs sons. You failed at that. Trivial things? This was your granddaughter's wedding. Your only grandchild. Exactly. She's marrying into another family, isn't she? She's not inheriting our estate, and she's just a girl anyway. In our family's tradition, only the firstborn son matters. You mean the garden? That's all that's left of your estate. How dare you? That land has been in our family for generations. Firstborn son we don't have. Because I'm defective, right? That's your fault for not being able to have a boy. If you can't even do that much, at least handle the chores. The garden needs tending. The rain will ruin everything. Chores? Like managing the estate and sending you monthly allowances? Like handling all the bills? Like maintaining your lifestyle? Just doing your duty. Though poorly, I might add. I've managed your finances for 20 years. Well, you spent money like water. You know, when I was a daughter-in-law, I had to do much more. Young people these days complaining about this little. Honestly, it's ridiculous that someone with so little backbone tried to marry into a prestigious Southern family. Prestigious? You mean the family that couldn't even attend their only grandchild's wedding? Watch your tone. You're still speaking to your mother-in-law. I've been pinching pennies since I married Greg. I haven't even bought new clothes for myself. Meanwhile, Greg wears designer suits and goes drinking every week. And you think I lack endurance? Greg is the head of the family, so that's only natural. Haven't you heard? Southern gentility means keeping up appearances. As the wife of a Southern gentleman, you should understand that much. Our ancestors would be rolling in their graves. Your ancestors? The ones who owned the land you've been selling off piece by piece? That's different. We maintain our dignity. Unlike some people. Is that what you call it? Dignity? The garden, Sarah. Stop changing the subject. Those plants are worth more than you'll ever be. Fine. I'll take care of the garden one last time. Last time? What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. Are you threatening me? After everything we've done for you? Done for me? Like what exactly? We gave you a position in our family, despite your inadequacies. You mean my inability to have a son? Or my working class background? Both, if you must know. Though you've proven inadequate in other ways, too. Well, don't worry about the garden. I'll handle it today. One last time. Well, as long as you do it, I don't care what you call it. The azaleas need special attention. And don't forget the herb garden. Greg's father is very particular about his herbs. I know. I've only been taking care of them for 20 years. Then you should be grateful. We've given you purpose. What else would someone like you do with your time? Someone like me? You know what I mean. Now stop arguing and get over here. The rain's coming in faster than expected. I'll be there in 2 hours. Make it 1. And bring those special plant feeds I like. The expensive ones. Of course. Anything else? Yes, actually. While you're here, you can help clean the house, too. Since you clearly had nothing better to do yesterday. You mean during my daughter's wedding? Oh, that again. You really need to learn to let things go, Sarah. It's most unbecoming. I'll see you in 2 hours. For the garden. Nothing else. We'll see about that. Just remember your place. And Sarah, don't forget to bring those gardening gloves you bought last month. Mine are getting worn. Anything else you'd like to take from me? Such drama. This is why you never truly belonged in our family. A true Southern lady knows her place. And accepts it with grace. I'll be there soon. For the garden. One last time. That phrase again. Well, as long as you do it, I don't care what you call it. Thanks, I suppose.
Finally home from the spa. Where's dinner?
Check the living room table.
What kind of welcome is this for someone coming back from a relaxing spa trip? Sarah, what's the meaning of this? I'm talking about these divorce papers on the living room table.
They're exactly what they look like.
Is this some kind of joke? Because it's not funny.
My signature's already on them. All they need is yours.
You can't be serious. After 23 years?
Since the day I got pregnant with Emily, I've endured your family's abuse. Being free from that sounds amazing.
What abuse? We gave you everything. A home, status, purpose.
Purpose? You mean being your family's servant?
Listen here, who do you think made it possible for you to raise that one daughter properly? With just your income, Emily wouldn't have had the comfortable life she did. You should be grateful.
You're right about that. I couldn't have put her through college on my income alone. My parents passed away, so I had no one else to help financially. I'm truly grateful for that.
Then what's the problem? Why are you doing this now?
You really don't get it, do you?
Get what? That you're being ungrateful? That you're throwing away everything we've built?
What exactly have we built, Greg? A marriage where you despise your own child? Where your parents treat me like property?
If you're so grateful, why are you talking about divorce? After everything we've done for you?
I endured everything for Emily's sake. To make sure she could have a good life. But Emily's married now. She's independent. So there's no reason to keep enduring.
You planned this, didn't you? Waited until after the wedding. Calculating.
Yes, I did. I wanted to make sure Emily's wedding wasn't overshadowed. Though you took care of that yourself.
What nonsense! We raised a daughter we didn't even want! And this is how you repay us with divorce? You must be joking!
Raised a daughter you didn't even want. What exactly did you do for Emily? You never came to her school events? Never took her out on weekends? You didn't even buy her birthday presents.
Those things don't matter. I provided a roof over her head, food on the table.
No, I did that. With my job. While managing your parents' expenses too.
Are you keeping count now? Like a shopkeeper? How unseemly.
23 years of receipts. 23 years of insults. 23 years of watching you break our daughter's heart.
She seems fine to me. Married now, isn't she? What more does a girl need?
She needed her father. But you couldn't even give her that.
The divorce isn't happening. I won't sign. At our age, getting divorced would make us the laughingstock of the community. It's all about you in the end, isn't it?
No, Greg. It's about me finally standing up for myself.
Standing up? Against what? Your comfortable life? Your position in society?
Position? You mean being known as the wife who couldn't have a son? Daughter-in-law who's never good enough?
You're being dramatic. This is just another one of your moods.
Not this time. I've already packed my things.
You what? When? Where do you think you're going?
Whatever. I'm not coming back to that house. Thank you for everything until now.
This is ridiculous. You can't just leave. What about my parents? Who's gonna take care of everything?
You are. You're the precious son, aren't you? The heir to the Morgan legacy.
You know I can't handle all that. I have my own work, my responsibilities.
Then figure it out. Like I had to.
Sarah, be reasonable. Let's talk about this. You're angry about the wedding, I get it.
No, you don't get it. You never have. And you never will.
Come home. We can work this out. I'll even try to spend more time with Emily.
It's too late for that. 23 years too late.
You're really doing this? Throwing away everything? For what? Pride?
No, Greg. For peace. For freedom. For me.
This is about the spa trip, isn't it? Fine, I'm sorry about that. Is that what you want to hear?
You still don't understand. It was never just about the spa, or the wedding, or any single event.
Then what? What do you want from me?
Nothing anymore. That's the point. I don't want anything from you. Not your name. Not your money. Not your approval.
You'll regret this. When you're alone. When you have nothing.
I won't be alone. I'll have Emily. The daughter you never wanted. The child you never loved.
You've lost your mind. This isn't how a proper Southern lady behaves.
Good thing I never was one then. Just a defective woman who had a girl. Remember?
Fine. Leave, but don't come crawling back when you realize what you've thrown away.
Goodbye, Greg. The papers just need your signature. My lawyer will contact you tomorrow. Sarah, what do you think you're doing? Greg just called us in tears. He did not cry. Don't be dramatic, Martha. How dare you accuse me of being dramatic? After what you've done. I simply gave him divorce papers. That's all. That's all? That's all? You ungrateful woman! I knew you'd react this way. How else should I react? 23 years we've tolerated you. Despite your obvious shortcomings. Tolerated me? While I managed your finances? While I maintained your lifestyle? Sarah, wait just a minute. Greg told me everything. About you wanting a divorce. Stop right there. What do you think you're doing, ending things on your own? I'm not asking for permission. I'm informing you of my decision. Your decision? Since when do you make decisions? Since now. Neither I, nor my husband, nor Greg will agree to this divorce. How much more do you plan to drag Greg's name through the mud with this divorce mediation nonsense? His reputation was already in the mud when he went to a spa during his daughter's wedding. And don't worry about public shame. Nobody in society cares about you all that much. How fortunate. What did you just say? Nobody cares. We are the Morgans. Our family built this town. Built this town? With what? The land you've been selling off? That's different. We maintain our dignity. You've never really taken care of me anyway. If anything, you've only been a burden. Sure, my ancestors were common farmers, true blue working class. Don't remind me of your shameful origins. We elevated you, gave you class. But you know what? Despite all your talk about old Southern nobility, you're just regular people now too. And that precious ancestral estate you're so proud of? You've sold off most of it during your generation. How dare you? That was strategic downsizing. To maintain our standard of living. All that's left is that small plot around your house. Just enough for your hobby garden. The one you make me maintain. Are you mocking our land? Our heritage? You have no right. Not at all. But I do think you're all foolish. You keep bragging about inheritance and noble ancestry. Because we have it. Unlike some people. Yet you've been splurging money left and right. You've had to sell off pieces of that precious inherited land. But it's still your sacred ancestral estate. Still your proud Southern heritage. You wouldn't understand. Your kind never does. Heritage isn't about money. No, it's about pride. Empty pride. Empty? How dare you? After everything we've given you. Given me? Like what exactly? A position in society. A name that means something. A name you've been selling piece by piece. To maintain appearances. That's different. We have standards to maintain. Unlike your farming family. The hypocrisy is astounding. I've always thought you were idiots. Let's be honest, you don't really care about Southern heritage and tradition. You ungrateful witch! After we took you in, accepted you. Accepted me? You've criticized me for 23 years. For not having a son. For my background. For everything. Because you never measured up. Never understood our ways. Your ways? You mean pretending to be something you're not? Living beyond your means? Selling your heritage while bragging about it? You're just jealous. You could never understand our sophistication. Sophistication? Is that what you call credit card debt? Mortgages on mortgages? Selling land to pay for spa trips? That's family business. You have no right to discuss it. I've been handling your family business for decades. I know exactly what your sophistication costs. Then you should be grateful. We trusted you with our affairs. No, you dumped them on me. Because you couldn't handle them yourselves. This is outrageous. Wait until I tell Greg about this conversation. Tell him. Tell him everything. About the mortgages, about the credit cards, about the land sales. You wouldn't dare. He'll never believe you. The papers don't lie, Martha. And I have copies of everything. Are you threatening us? After all we've done for you? Not threatening. Just stating facts. Like the fact that I'm divorcing your son. We won't allow it. Think of the scandal. What scandal? Nobody cares about the Morgans anymore. You're not nobility. You're not even wealthy. You're just pretending. I won't stand for this. You'll regret this, Sarah. Mark my words. No, Martha. The only thing I regret is not doing this sooner. The papers are filed. The decision is made. Your approval isn't needed. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. You'll come crawling back. You're nothing without us. Goodbye, Martha. Take care of your garden. It's all you have left of your grand estate anyway.
Hey, Sarah! Come back home already!
I'm not coming back. I told you that.
Where are you anyway? The house is a mess! Nothing's getting done!
That sounds like your problem now.
Mom, Dad, and I can't survive like this! This isn't funny anymore!
It was never meant to be funny. I was serious from the start.
You don't understand. Things are falling apart here. Bills are piling up.
I'm sure you can handle it. You're the man of the house, right?
Mom and Dad don't understand how serious this is. They've always left the estate management to you, so they have no sense of crisis.
23 years of managing everything. Maybe it's time they learned.
This is really bad. The mortgage payment is due next week, and Mom's credit card bill came in.
You have access to all the accounts. I left everything organized. With instructions.
Instructions? You think I can handle this with just instructions? I have my own job.
So did I, for 23 years.
I would have done it myself if I could. I've tried telling them to sell the house and land multiple times these past few days, but they won't listen.
Of course they won't. It's their precious heritage. Remember?
Can't you come back? Just temporarily to help sort things out.
I'm staying at Emily's until I find my own place. When I told her I was divorcing you, she offered to let me stay.
Emily's involved in this. She shouldn't be taking sides.
Actually, she was overjoyed about the divorce. And she's not the only one happy about it.
What do you mean?
Emily's husband knows what's been going on, and so do my friends. They're all glad I'm finally divorcing you and offering to help. That should tell you how hellish our marriage looked even from the outside.
They don't know anything. They're outsiders. They don't understand our traditions.
Emily was crying, saying she couldn't believe I endured it for so long. Your own daughter, Greg. She's been waiting for this.
Everyone's lost their minds. Here I am humbling myself, and this is what I get. Don't let others poison your mind.
This isn't about what anyone else said. It's my decision. If you're such a proud Southern gentleman, you should accept it gracefully.
Getting uppity for a mere wife? Fine then. I don't want someone like you anyway. Even if you come crying back later, I won't forgive you.
Don't worry. My tears and my sense aren't cheap enough to waste on begging you for forgiveness. Thanks for signing the divorce papers. I just submitted them. We're officially strangers now.
Oh, really? Stop bothering me with every little update. Though honestly, this might work out better.
Better?
Now that I'm divorced from a defective woman who could only have girls, I can marry someone younger. Someone who'll give me a son this time. You're crazy if you think I won't find someone.
At your age? With your debts?
I have a family estate and land to inherit once my parents are gone. Any gold digger would jump at that chance.
You mean the mortgaged house? And the garden?
Don't get smart with me, I'm still a Morgan. That means something.
You won't find anyone as long as you keep looking down on women like that. Besides, I don't think you have the luxury to be so confident.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember our discussion about alimony? The only reason you could send money to your parents was because we had 2 incomes.
So? I make enough.
And I was always careful with money, which is why you could spend freely. How are you going to manage with reduced income plus alimony payments?
I'll figure something out. I always do.
The property taxes for your parents' house and land were paid from those allowances. Can you handle it with just your income and your parents' social security?
Stop trying to scare me. We're fine.
Your parents have never been able to control their spending. That's why they had to sell off parts of that precious ancestral land. And they're getting quite old now. They could need nursing care anytime.
Nursing care? They're perfectly healthy.
For now. But they're in their 70s. What's your plan?
Hey, they're still technically your in-laws. You'll help with their care, won't you? Please, I'm begging here. There's no way I can handle this alone.
No way. We're divorced. They're not my in-laws anymore. Isn't handling this stuff what Southern gentlemen do?
Sarah, please. We can work something out. Maybe joint custody of the finances.
Good luck. Remember what you said? If you failed your duty and needed mercy from your ex-wife, you'd accept the ultimate punishment. Well, here we are.
You can't just abandon us after everything. We're family.
We're family. Now, we're nothing. Just like you always wanted.
That's not what I meant. You're twisting my words.
No, I'm just finally hearing them clearly. Goodbye, Greg. Good luck with the bills. And the garden. And your parents. And finding that young wife for a son.
Sarah, wait. We can fix this. I'll change. I'll do better.
Too late. 23 years too late. Enjoy your heritage. What's left of it.
You'll regret this when you're alone, when you have nothing.
I already have everything I need. Emily, freedom, peace, more than you'll ever understand. Despite Greg's desperate efforts, his parents never learned to control their spending. He ran himself ragged trying to maintain their lifestyle, borrowing money from friends and financial institutions, but eventually they had to sell both the house and land. Even then, they couldn't clear all their accumulated debt. Greg ended up in a rundown apartment with his parents, working day and night to make ends meet. Fortunately, he had already paid Sarah's alimony in the early stages, so she wasn't affected by their financial collapse. His parents, unable to cope with their reduced circumstances, became mentally and physically dependent on Greg, retiring early and requiring his constant care. But hey, they preserved their Southern pride, so they must be satisfied, right? As for Sarah, she found a rental house near Emily's place and started living independently. Emily became pregnant shortly after her marriage, and while Sarah worries about her daughter as any mother would, they're living happy lives. Sarah plans to continue watching over Emily as her mother, and soon as a grandmother to her grandchild. By the way, they found out the baby is a boy. Emily and Sarah couldn't help but laugh at the irony.